Hi, I'm Alastair Craig.
And I'm,
Andrey Summers.
What?
Andrey Summers.
I can't find my notes. What's...
You're Andrey Summers.
I know that.
If you're an internet nerd in its mid-20s or older, you may remember us from your childhood. I, for example, was responsible, and this is completely true, for the global media hoax sparked at ain'titcoolnews.com that General Grievous in Star Wars Episode 3 would be played by character actor John Rhys-Davies.
And I was responsible for the global online uproar regarding my Jive magazine article about why Star Wars fans hate Star Wars.
Wait, hang on. Your thing was about Star Wars too?
Yeah, so?
Well, people are just going to think we're here to talk about Star Wars.
Are we not?
No.
Well, I can't help being briefly internet famous for Star Wars any more than you can help it.
Yeah, you're right.
They may hate us for it, but our lifestyle is legal now.
Right. Anyway, what else did we do 10 years ago that people might remember us for?
Oh, I know this. Nothing.
Well, no, we wrote and recorded the whole comedic podcast for a website called The Rubber Chicken.
We did?
We did, yes. You might say we invented modern podcasting.
What, like by taking the concept of a radio program and turning it into a shitty, directionless, free associated inside joke that alienates even some of its creators?
Yeah, exactly. So you do remember.
Dude, we were fucking cool.
We were cool, Andrey. Cool as a land of canoes. But then we grew up. Grew up and abandoned the overproduced, labyrinthine Rubber Chicken podcast on an epic apocalyptic cliffhanger that would never be resolved.
I remember. We teased everyone about a terrifying post-apocalyptic future that would arrive 10 years from now, and then we never delivered.
But Andrey, look at your sundial. That was back in 2006, and now the year is 2016.
My God, you're right. We're 10 years in the future. Global temperatures climb higher with every passing year, rocking civilization with destructive storms and climatological disasters.
Economic crises are leaving entire European nations destitute.
Drones are obliterating schools in the Middle East.
Social media has sucked the last drops of personality and sincerity from the younger generations.
Xenophobic nationalist pushback against globalization is turning people on each other worldwide.
Donald J. Trump is President of the United States.
The word is out, the rumors are true, it's 10 years from now, and the terrifying post-apocalyptic future is here.
Andrey, you know what this means?
We need to have a long conversation about Star Wars. Women are in it now.
No, it means it's finally time for the Chicken Feed podcast.
Oh, wizard! Now this is podcasting.
Well, peel open my sarcophagus and chip me off a frozen piece of Walt Disney, you aging weirdos. It's time for the Chicken Feed podcast, the official podcast of the Chicken Feed. Return from beyond the grave in search of delicious comedy vengeance. One incongruously juxtaposed morsel at a time.
Please note, the Chicken Feed podcast is now gluten, lactose, and copyright infringement free.
What? Don't be ridiculous, Fiona. We never infringed on anybody's copyright. That's absurd. That's... Stop that. Stop. Stop it.
What? That's my ringtone.
You shouldn't even have your phone on right
That's
now.
a myth. Cell phones don't affect planes at all. Plus, if we crash, I'll be fine. I'm wearing my seatbelt.
We're not on a plane. We're in a hospital. If only you heeded my dire warning aboard the plane. It's a miracle we're still alive here today.
Today? Are you sure? Because I could have sworn we were in the Old West. Call him ducks in the Spearfish Pond. Go on, boy. Come in now.
I missed audio sketches.
The following is a message from the Transylvanian Tourism Board.
Hola, I am Vlad, and I am here to talk to you about the tragic state of tourism in my country since the release of the horrible novel Dracula. In Transylvania, we get two kinds of tourists. The kind who come to see vampires, and the kind who doesn't come at all, you know what I mean? Well, we have no vampires, okay? We are human. I shouldn't have to clarify that, but here we are. All of us are human, you know? Yes, we wear capes, okay? Yes. A lot of us wear capes, but that is because it is always raining in Transylvania. 2/3 of the year it is raining. And yes, sure, we go out at night. That is to say, we go out at night. Who doesn't do that? We work during the day, you know? And the night arrives very quickly in Transylvania. It is very dark a lot of the time. We drink thick young wine. Yes, it does look very much like blood, but that is not our fault. It congeals in the cold. You understand? In intense cold. The intense Transylvanian cold. Look. I feel like I'm not explaining this correctly. Yes, we have many great destinations in Transylvania. We have the Black Church, for example. We have a thick, impassable forest. You will die in this forest, okay? But of natural causes. You have to understand. Bram Stoker's Dracula is all fantasy. The very concept is absurd. This book would have us believe that a man would buy a house sight unseen, and his realtor would travel internationally to sell him this house. I mean, it's madness.
This has been a message from the Transylvanian Tourism Board.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Nelping Sheldon welcoming you to the GameSkunk League of Legends World Championship pregame panel. Here in front of the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge. The world is about to kick off and we're all chomping at the bit to see which team comes out on top this year. With me to break it down for you today is Misty Fragdoll Wallowitz.
Hey guys, go C9, go.
Totally.
I don't know. I think RNG's taking it this year.
And that's perennial underdog Billy Risky Moo Dane.
Sick to be here, guys.
And finally...
Oh, I say yes indeed, old bean. We're all positively ill here with excitement at the latest computer gaming trends now, aren't we?
This is our new owner who just bought the show. Today...
For Nigel Haversmith IV at your service, 9th Earl of Chiswick upon Avon.
Okay.
Upon Kent.
Okay,
Don't
tight.
mind me, old boy. Just here to soak it all in. Loving this. Positively spiffing, I dare say. Beep, boop, and all that.
Okay, tight, yeah. So, Risk, SKT's had quite the summer. Are you predicting they can keep that energy going
I
into...
say, that's a very exotic name you have there. How do you pronounce the zeros?
You just say moo, like the word. Risky moo.
What? Zeros that sound like O's? Ingenious. The video gaming community is surely filled with such fascinating people and customs. Why, even to name yourself Risky Moo. What striking imagery puts one in the mind of a cow hiding in a forgotten corner of an abattoir.
So, guys, what's the most hype matchup for you going into Group 1, Week 1?
Oh, for me, definitely RZ and Cleo in the top lane. I mean, two former teammates facing off. Come on.
Now tell me, what video games do you think they'll be playing in there? I'm partial to a spot of GoldenEye 7, as your people call it.
What?
You suppose all the teams will be playing on the one television with a split screen?
Wow.
Or are they simply going to take turns and pass the joystick around?
Dude, you gotta be kidding me with this shit.
Sorry, Risk, you gotta answer him. He owns the show now, man.
League is a multiplayer battle arena game.
Oh, that sounds like a jolly good time, wouldn't you say?
What? No.
You're taking these games a little bit seriously, don't you think?
Dude, these are the World Championship finals.
No. Poppycock and Balderdash. We'll soon put this to rights.
What?
You chaps just wait right there. Hello? Cecil? Yes, are you receiving me? Yes, loud and clear. Now, write this down, old boy. I need you to buy up all the Lodge of Leggings teams and cancel the tournament and get them all on a train up here at once so they can have some fun for a change.
Nigel, what have you done?
Oh, yeah, you're most welcome, my boy. We'll spend this week taking the air and enjoying a spot of Rummikub and charades. Now, that'll be a hype matchup and no mistake. Capital.
Hello?
Don't hang up, please. It's gonna sound really crazy, but please, just bear with me. I'm you. 10 years from now.
You're calling from the future?
No, 10 years from now in the past. I come with grim tidings from the far-off year of 2006.
Ah.
Look, I know this is hard to
No,
believe.
I believe you. I mean, I am you, exactly 10 years older, and now that you mention it, I distinctly remember making this call.
I'm sorry, look, I can't begin to fathom what futuristic horrors you must be living through right now, but please, it's vitally important that you listen and learn from my mistakes.
Well, yeah, except we already have a way of doing that. It's called memory and human experience. Look, I know you have good intentions, but really, you can hang up now. I remember everything about this call.
But if I hang up now, I would never have made this call, so by the time I'm you, I wouldn't be able to remember it.
Sorry, you're right. Then you, by which I mean me, wouldn't be able to tell you to hang up, and then the resulting paradox would cause irreparable damage to the fabric of space-time, and I don't really want that.
No, me neither. You're making a lot of sense.
As am I. Yeah, sorry. Go on then, say the thing you called to say, so I can continue to remember you saying it, so then we can wrap things up. Heed your warning?
Yes. Heed my warning, child. Do not, under any circumstances, make another sketch comedy podcast. Your first show was a wonderful creative outlet for you and your friends, but you pushed it too far. You got too self-indulgent, and you just ended up creatively frustrated. Don't put yourself through this again. Please, just leave it in the past.
Thanks, man. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, it's safe to hang up now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're good.
Pretty sure. Like, you mean you're not certain?
I don't know, it's 10 years ago. You're the one who knows for sure.
How can I know for sure? I haven't experienced this yet.
Well, does the conversation feel concluded to you?
Well, it did until now. How do you not remember this?
I've blocked out a lot of stuff over the past 10 years. Plus, when I was you and asked my future self if he remembered, he seemed really weirdly uncertain about it all.
You know what this means, right?
Yep, sorry buddy.
For the safety of the cosmos, we have to stay on the phone until we're 100% certain we're done. So, anything interesting you can tell me about the future?
Let's see, global warming's a pretty big concern.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, we all carry around these little glass supercomputers in our pockets that inform and shape most of our waking lives.
Neat.
And, Star Wars movies are good again?
What?
Next month on the Chicken Feed podcast, Ashton's breakup with Lexi's sister ruins the whole school's spring fling. Lieutenant Hernandez must choose between disobeying a direct order and launching a drone strike on his own men. And Alastair Robert Craig is in for a surprise when his new housemate turns out to be him 10 years from now, in the past. Oh yes, turns out I've still got it. This episode of the Chicken Feed podcast was written by Andrey Summers and Alastair Craig. It featured the voices of Tim Morrison, Gord Myren, Fiona Revill, Alastair Craig, and Andrey Summers. It was produced and edited by Alastair Craig, and blessed by our in-house druid, who requested not to be named. It contained chemicals known by the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects. And if you liked what you heard here today, please like and subscribe to the Church of Scientology. Those guys are really on the level.
You tell me, what is scarier about a werewolf than an actual wolf? An actual wolf's jaws are bigger. It is strong like a man anyway. A werewolf is what, he's in pants? That is all. Very scary. If he was real. I mean, he is not real. We do not have werewolves in Transylvania. I mean, that is my point. That is what I'm trying to say. Please come.